Yeah.
G'day folks, I'm the Coffee Bush Kid in Central Vic, and today I'm not alone.
Hey!
We have the editor, the lovely lady Vivian here. We have come here today to, well actually we're camping off grid, and what we're going to do is a product review of the Bluetti EB3A power station. So, as a lot of you may well know, I am not a very technically minded person. Viv is along because she does all the technical side of the channel. We are the Coffee Bush Kid YouTube channel, the two of us.
A team.
A team indeed. I do the finding and filming, and Viv does all the editing and the sprinkling of magic. But we're going to review this. It is not a paid review. We do get to keep the unit after we're finished, but we've sort of decided that one of these is fairly essential for when we go off-grid camping, and we'll probably go into that a little bit later. But for charging up detectors, headphones, phones, batteries for cameras, laptops for editing,
That's it.
this is what we will be using this unit for. Now this one we didn't get a solar panel with, but we do have our own. But yes, we're gonna do a review on this and see how it goes. Now, with as far as the technical side of things and all the data, we're not going to go into that. There's been other people who have done such things. If you want to read up about it, the links will be in the description below on the Bluetti website.
The links to the various reviews, such as Dirtfish Mish, will be in the description below.
Yep, and because once we start talking watts, ohms, amp hours, look, at the end of the day, just megahertz. So anyway, we're going to do this review and we'll carry on with that now. Now the Bluetti EB3A is a 600 watt power station. There are 6 ways that the unit itself can be charged, and there are 8 outlets on it. It is a great little thing. We'll go through all the details of what you can and can't charge later on. But we've also need to mention too that we have an
Affiliate link.
affiliate link.
And that's in the description below.
Now, as we've said, this is a more usable version or review of the Bluetti EB3A. As we've stated, if you want to have a look at the technical side of things, you go to their website. But where would I use this? So whether you're going over to the west, or whether you go up to Tibooburra or out the back of who knows where, looking for gold or detecting for coins and relics and so forth, a thing like this would be so great. So often we hear of groups of people going off. There might be 6, there might be 8. Someone says, oh yeah, look, I've got a generator that can power everything and we can recharge our batteries and everything like that. They get to where they're going, whether it be a difference of agreement or a fight breaks out, or someone just gets jack of the whole situation, or something happens at home and they need to leave. If the person with the power generation goes, you're left in limbo, you've got nothing to charge up your units. If you had something like this, and this is beautifully small, 255 by 180 by 182 high, and it only weighs 4.6 kilos. In someone's vehicle or your own vehicle, this does not take up very much room at all. And for the detectorist, whether you're hunting with a 6000 or an old 5000 or whatever, you will be able to charge this. You'll be able to charge your phone. You'll be able to charge your headphones. If you get the Bluetti solar panel to go with it, you would charge this through the day. The unit would be kept topped up. In the evening when you get back, plug in all your gear, plug in your phone, everything. It will charge it. It will charge it well before overnight. But the next day you get up, you put the solar panel back on it, off you go detecting, come back and repeat the whole process. This does not take up much room, and it would be, well really, it's an essential piece of kit if you're going out prospecting and you need something to power up your batteries. Great little setup. Alrighty, well, I'm just coming in for smoko. Like a bit of a dill, I forgot to charge up last night and I'm a bit low on battery on the old Manticore, and I'd like to charge it up while we have something to eat. So charge its batteries while I charge mine. Now, because I probably won't be stopping too long, we're going to do the turbo charge for it. So the Bluetti EB3A has a turbo charging ability, but it is said not to do it too many times as it will reduce the life of the battery. But anyway, we're going to hook this up to the Bluetti and we're going to run the turbo charging thing. Now, where's the cable? There it is, thank you very much. So, I can plug that in to one of the USB sockets like that. I can put it onto my Manticore, there it is, and now we will initiate the turbo charging on the unit. Viv, can you do the turbo charging thing for me on the unit, please? Thank you.
Oh, CBK, you and your technical abilities. It's actually very simple. It's even simpler if you download the Bluetti app, which I have done, but I'm going to show you how to do it on the unit because we are out in the bush. So what you need to do is hold the DC and the AC buttons at once, which turns on the setting mode. You can tell it's on setting because the AC is flashing. And then from there, you can turn the DC Eco off, which means it's on turbo. Now it should be charging. There we go, and that is showing 3 watts DC output right now, which is charging up the Manticore. Awesome!
Well, here it is, the end of one of our days on our off-grid caravanning adventure. I need to charge up the detectors and the headphones, and probably my phone as well. Here's all the gear. So the 6000 battery, we're just going to plug that in there. It's got an AC jobby there. That one we plug straight in. This one we might use, what have we got here? There's the Manticore. Let's plug that one in. We can plug him into there. I'll plug that into the Manticore like that. That's all working nicely and going. That's all good. We'll get him out the way. Shift the 6. Now, I've got the 6 headphones that I want charged up. Let's put that in carefully as per usual. That one goes into a USB one right there. Yep, good. Oh, that'll need to be turned on in a moment. And then we've got the Manticore headphones as well. So we can charge that all up, put that one in, Okay, that's all good. We turn power on. There we go, she's all good and on. All right, now, put my phone on charge. Just because this is sitting up on a bit of an angle there, I'm going to have the handle up. There we go, it's all charging now as well. Beautiful. And if we want to see what's going on, push those two together. There we go. All the information you could want. I'm not actually drawing much at all. Beautiful. Well, there we are, it's all connected. It's only drawing 20 watts. So there's 2 detector batteries, 2 headphone sets, and the phone. That's pretty cool.
So we've charged a few things up and our EB3A is down to 35%. So we need to give it a charge up. And one of the ways that you can do that is with solar panels. Now we have this set from our caravan, which are a bit heavy and a bit awkward and you couldn't really take them out into the field. I would recommend definitely checking out the Bluetti ones, the dedicated ones. At the time of this video, we didn't have any available to us, but if you'd like to see them in action, please check out Dirtfish Mish's video on her channel, and she shows how they set up so easily. They're so lightweight, and they're a really good unit, and we will be getting some in the future. However, these are the ones we have at the moment. Now, the unit came with MC4 connectors, and I did get an Anderson adapter to fit our solar panels. I also checked very carefully through the instructions to make sure that all the specs of our panels were suitable for this unit, and all of the specs are good and ready to go. So it should be a matter of plugging in the Anderson adapter that I got, plugging it into the front of the unit, turning it on, and we're charging. How good is that? Well, we're back at camp and I want to do some editing. And our caravan is all set up on 12 volts and you can charge it via the solar panels that I showed you earlier. However, when you are off-grid on the 12 volts, you can't use the 240 volt sockets. And my laptop, when I want to charge it up, runs on 240. And the other thing about video editing is that it's quite power intensive. So I do like to have my laptop plugged in when I'm editing video. So I can now use the Bluetti, which is fantastic. Incidentally, seems we're Australians and we call it Bluetti and the Americans call it blue tea. So I'm not sure what the actual pronunciation is, but we'll go with Bluetti. So I'm going to plug into the AC socket on the unit and into my laptop. Make sure that it's all on AC. There we go. And my laptop is now charging. Fantastic. It's also quite warm in the caravan this afternoon, and rather than run out the caravan batteries, I'm going to make use of the cigarette lighter socket on the Bluetti and pop a little fan on, because you can run DC and AC at the same time. There we go. Pop that on as well. Both on. Pop a little fan on. Yeah. And there we go. Well, we've just turned on the light in the dark when we're camping using the Bluetti app, which was really easy to download, paired with the unit straight away. And one of the good uses I thought that you could come to was being able to turn on that light when you're in the dark, when you're camping. So that's what we've done. And the other thing I wanted to show you, which is going to be really good for us tonight, because we've left it on charge to charge overnight. And in the modes here, we've got charging mode and it's on standard, but what I want to do is put it on silent. Now that slows down the charging, which is fine because we've got all night, and it means that the fan is not going to come on and wake us up in the middle of the night. So okay, and it's now on silent charging with no fan. So that's a good thing. You can access all of the settings through the app, which can be pretty handy. So good night. Well, good morning. It's coffee time. Now, as explained before, the caravan runs on 12 volts and we can't run a coffee machine on 12 volts. It requires 240. And of course we can do camping coffee, but who wouldn't like a little bit of indulgence when you're on holidays? So we've brought along the coffee machine and I'm going to try it out running it off the Bluetti, the EB3A. Now what we need to do is turn on the Bluetti app, pair it with the unit, simple as that. And then in the settings, turn on powerlifting. That's going to enable the load to go up. Now I've rated the coffee machine, it's only about 250 to 260 volts, so it should be fine. Over that, it just won't work. It's not going to blow anything, it just won't work. Right, make sure that the AC is on, there it is. Make sure that my powerlifting's on, and it is, and we should be good to go with coffee. Drawing 365 watts at the moment, and there it goes.
Now we've talked about taking the Bluetti EB3A out on bush camps when you go off-grid, but because of its smallness, and this is the smallest one in the range of the Bluetti power stations, and of course hop on their website to see what other ones they have. They can go as big as units to power your house. This is the small one. So if you were out detecting just for a day, because of its smallness, if you forgot to charge your detector the night before, or your headphones, or your phone, or whatever, it doesn't take much to fit in your car to take it along with you. Take your bag of lunch and your smoko, take your Bluetti EB3A. It's not very heavy, it's not very big, it'll fit in your car. You may be very happy that you've got it with you. Well folks, there we have it, the Bluetti EB3A, the smallest one in their range, but it's an absolute big thing on camping out off-grid for us. Does all the stuff that we would want it to do, detectors, laptops, everything that a YouTube channel would want. So, I suppose I could say, keep in mind, it's always good to fill in some of your day detecting, but remember to fill in all your holes when you're finished. And if you think you need a power station, have a look at these little beauties.